My name is Asla Nakafero and I go by the Beautician on all my social media platforms. Well, today, why am I saying today? Okay, I will be showing you how to do a bang using glue and something I thought of. I haven't seen anyone do it, so I'm thinking I am the guru behind it. It's not so cool. Maybe it's cool, maybe it's not so cool. It's cool to me. Anyway, that was the hair I had in earlier, so I removed it. So I'm going to do an updo. So I brush the hair up, spray it with some oil it, continue brushing up, and I put some spritz so it holds it in position. So I spray the back hairs because they fly a lot. Comb it up for the product to get into the hair. Hold a puff, just a half puff. You run the comb from ear to ear, hold that puff, then the front part, you comb it up into the puff and hold it. For most of it is clear because it's a bit fast, but I don't want the video to be more than 13 minutes long. So let's spray again some spritz, comb up the hair just to make it neat. That's why I'm running the comb again. Get everything together. So I want the hair a bit hard at the front and back so there are no flyovers. So let's wrap. So you guys, I used a mask. I took the straps off, then I cut the parts that were pressed, that were hot pressed, something, okay, that were pressed, let me go with that. Cut off the edges, then I get just a sheet, one sheet. There are 3 sheets, so I get one sheet, and it's what I'm going to use as the barrier between my hair and the glue. That's where the tracks of the weave will be sitting. Well, I'll be showing you. So just one piece. I'm going to use just one. As you've seen, there were 3. So I'm cutting. Guys, I'm using kitchen scissors. It's what I have. Get your scissors and just make sure you get... I couldn't get the black one. You know that paper they use for guys when they're cutting their hair? I've seen ladies using it when they're going to use bond. So I couldn't find it because of the lockdown. So I thought of something. And I'm thinking this mask was the best idea ever because the glue did not go on my hair. Isn't that cool? So we're doing the measurements. I want it to run from just after my hairline to my forehead, then to the back till where the puff is. Do the measurements. That's when you cut. Don't cut before doing the measurements. So we're cutting off triangular pieces on both ends. Then on my forehead to measure, and I got the right measurements. So some glue. I didn't show you that glue. That was really not cool. It's called Ghost Bond. I think it's called Ghost Bond because when it totally dries, you can barely see it. As you can see, it's dried up. So we put the mask, the sheet from the mask. What should we call it? The paper? The sheet? I don't know. Let's go with sheet. Sheet sounds like shit. Oh Lord. Okay, no, not sheet. Anyway, the paper from the mask, so the ends were not sitting. I put just a little more glue. Got the blow dryer, dried it. I told you when you can't see it, when you can't see the white anymore, you know it's ready to place on. So that's it. Get a bobby pin and pin the part next to the puff. Get your weave, that's human hair. It's called Diva. That's 8 inches. I bought that pack at 20,000. It had 10 inch, 2 bundles of each, 10 inch and 8 inch. So we are putting glue. You first measure before you put the glue. Okay? When you get the right measurements, you cut it off because it's a long piece. You cut off the piece you want, put glue. I blow dry the glue so it dries faster and I don't take long trying to blow it with my mouth. So To dry it furthermore, I use the blow dry and I use the hot heat. Hot heat, okay. I use, I don't know. Yeah, you've understood. I know you have. So I want to show you the difference. The part that's black is dry, then that's grey. It's not dry. In case you're using bond glue, this one in particular, when it turns black, you know it's ready to, it's tacky and ready to be stuck onto whatever you're going to use it for. When it's grey, it's still wet, not yet tacky. So as you're putting the tracks, the first track was straight. The second track, I made a curve. As you can see, I made turn-up curves. So at this point I wasn't seeing, I had to get the hair out of the way. Do the same. Don't forget to turn up the curves. It's important that you turn them up. Okay, that was untidy work I did right there. So I had to pull that off. You see? Pull that off. I got scissors and cut it. We don't like untidy. We're here for the neat work. Only neat work. So I cut that off and I'll be using it much later when I'm reaching the puff. Measure as you're putting these tracks on, because if you don't measure, then you don't know the size you're going to be needing for the next placement. Don't forget to turn them up. It's important that you turn that piece upwards like I'm doing, because when you turn it up, it covers the track underneath it. If you don't turn it up, then you'll see the tracks, and we want it to come to be natural, really. So that's where we are now. I hope you can see the curve. So the next piece. So the further you go up, the shorter the pieces will be. Okay? But there will be parts where you really need a real curve like that one, and it will be quite long. Okay? But that shouldn't worry you. Just keep curving them inwards like I'm doing. After you put the glue, you place it on, curve it inwards. If you need to put the blow dryer, the heat from the blow dryer, go ahead. So it dries some more. So that's the piece I cut off earlier. I added it. No wasting. So if you put a lot of glue, that's how you put it back into the bottle. Press the bottle so it sucks the excess in. That's to show you that it's turning black. It was grey before I started blow drying, and that's black. Black means it's ready to be placed on to whatever you're placing it on. That means it's tacky. So that part I could not really show you, but I really carved that. It was like a U. Then the last bit, I placed it just below the bobby pin. I'm going to freeze the picture so you see. Okay? So stick that one there. So that's pretty much it. I hope you can see. So let's work on the puff. I've shown you guys this before. That's a puff. It has a string. I just roll it round and make a messy bun. Now that messy bun will cover that track that was still being seen. And when it covers it, it's all neat and nice. So when you're going to cut your bang, you first make the hair wet. You've seen me spraying some water. Make the hair wet. Get 2 combs, preferably tight tooth combs. Put them together and let them face the opposite direction. Then turn them round. Then start cutting. With cutting, please make sure the hair is wet and take your time as you cut. Don't cut big pieces. Go bit by bit. Remember, what you cut off cannot go back on. So you have to be really careful as you're cutting. Okay? Take your time as you do this. And comb as many times as you want, because you want to get the right, you want to cut it neatly. So comb as much as you can so you get the right part to cut off. Okay? So there we are, cutting. I took time doing this. Like, it took me a straight 15-20 minutes just trying to cut and get in the right curve. Okay, so please don't rush this process. Keep combing as much as you want. You'll see the hairs that need to be cut out the more you comb. And just make sure the hair is wet. Just be careful not to poke your eye, and those hairs can drop into your eye. You don't want that. Just be careful. Bend a bit to the front as you do those cuttings so the hair does not go in your face. Even as you comb, you bend a bit so the hair does not go into your eye. So since the cutting is done, I got a blow dryer and dried the hair. So I got my spray, ironed the hair. I sprayed, then ironed the hair. You have to section it and iron it in bits. Don't iron the whole chunk. Keep sectioning, then you iron. I ironed the lower part first. Now I'm ironing the upper part. Take your time as you do this so you can see. That's what it looks like. And thank you for watching, and bye.